Hey you, what's up? How's it going? Welcome. This video, you know what we're gonna be talking about. We're gonna be talking about a day in the life of a software developer. Now, is it just me, or is this a very popular trend now? Everybody and their goddamn mother is doing this video. So why you, Kazi? As in you talking to me. I'm Kazi. Hello. Hi. Nice to meet you. And if you like to meet me too, then smash that like button. You know what I'm saying?
And subscribe to the channel, Morty. You're gonna become a great developer. Subscribe.
All right, let's continue. Everybody, I've been looking around everywhere, right? It seems like a very popular thing to do. Every YouTuber who's a developer starts off with this and then they blow up, and then that's all they do. So guess what? You know what? I think it's time that I made a video on this topic too. Again, now this is one of my favorite parts where I get to take something I drew up on the whiteboard, actually started in my brain, then I bring it over here, I code it up, and it starts turning it into reality. And before we continue, I do want to let you know that if you want to become a software developer or a freelance developer, be able to travel and earn an income, and you also want to put in the hard work that this actually requires, well, guess what? I have a 3-part free masterclass for you that is absolutely amazing. It is if you are interested in becoming a Python developer. The link is in the description below. It's a ton of value for your beautiful face. All you got to do is pop in your email, and then I unlock the entire masterclass for you. Let's continue. So let's talk about what you guys are here for. What does a day in the life of a software developer look like? And now for me, my routine, it's very simple. You know what it is? I don't really have a routine. And everybody who's trying to tell you in all their software developer videos, I mean, including mine, to be honest, like I made one and I showed that I have this perfect routine, which at that time, for that few months, I kind of did. But to be honest, I wish life was like that, because life's very messy. Like sometimes you are out there and boxing with your girlfriend. And sometimes you're supporting your girlfriend after she has ran from Santa Monica to Las Vegas on barefoot. Oh, and I almost forgot. I met Gary Vee this year too. That was kind of cool.
I have to eat shit. I'm scared. I don't know what I want to do, and that's okay. What?
If you're not inspired to do fucking coding content, you're not gonna put out anything that day. I'd rather you film yourself drinking a cup of coffee and maybe talking about the story of why you started coding in the first place.
Crazy stuff. But what's my point? My point is that, look, life is not that straightforward. It's pretty complicated and it's messy, and overall, I guess what I'm trying to say is that as software developers, people always try to put us in a box. Nerds behind computers, and that's all they do. And yes, while we are nerds and we love data and analytics and stuff with code, we are human beings, and we're also people who love to enjoy life and do activities and enjoy sports and all that kind of stuff, right? Like when you look online, people paint this picture, which at least in my opinion, most of the times it's like really boring and dull, and I could never do that. My lifestyle is kind of crazy. There's all kinds of stuff I'm doing. Coding allows me to travel and be able to do all those things. What's up, Nas?
What's up, man?
There we go. Now dance. All right, come on, bro. Let's go. Tricked you, bitch.
Alright, let's do a challenge. Who gets down faster 8 floors? You in the elevator or me using the stairs? You ready?
Me in the elevator.
You ready? Let's go. Time it. Let's do it.
Okay.
Ready?
All right, let's do it.
So press it, you press, and I go. Ready?
Okay, let's do it. Oh shit. We gotta do this, boys. This elevator is slow as fuck. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. All right, 3 more. 1 here. I don't think so, guys. I think we're gonna win. I think we're gonna win.
Oh, come on! Come on! Oh,
How does it feel to lose, Nas?
okay, no, it's not fair. Okay, it's not fair. Okay. You know why? His elevator was already up. So as long as just as he pressed it, the elevator opened. But if the elevator was downstairs, you're talking a different story, man.
Sometimes I'm going to see my mom in Chicago, sometimes my dad in Chicago, or my family members all over, you know, California or whatever it may be. And I can go ahead and do that while doing something I love, which is coding and creating stuff, taking it out of my head and turning it into reality. So when you are thinking about coding, please also think about, do you actually enjoy it, and would you actually overcome all of those challenges? Because to become a developer, that's something you really have to love. I'm in Detroit, Michigan with my boy Nas.
Yeah. To do the course.
Yeah, we're shooting a profit JavaScript course. And
Literally like living with me right now.
that's it. Yeah, I'm actually living in his
Yeah.
house. But that's the cool thing about programming and software development. I feel like it gives you that lifestyle to be able to do cool shit, and I don't know, that's why I like it. Why do you like it?
If you do remote work and you're a disciplined person, oh, you can pretty much see, go from 9 to 5 to not doing this. There's no one telling you what to do. You get up when you want. I can literally go to Bali right now and still work there. That's completely fine.
What is the reason that you code? What's your reason? I want you to go ahead and comment that below and let me know what is your reason for doing it.
Get up when you want, obviously. Always learning people. You get up when you want. You get to decide what projects you're going to do depending on what you're doing. And also...
And we're here.
Over here? Where?
This is the Hudson Cafe. Now here's the thing, coding for me actually opened up a ton of opportunity in all kinds of areas. It allowed me to actually speak in front of people. It allowed me to meet cool people. It allowed me to travel the world, go to Colombia and all those types of things, because in the start I was a freelancer and I was making 6 figures per year. I figured out how to do that with a lot of hard work. But then I also figured out how to take that and turn it into a business, and now into a YouTube channel, which is a similar pattern you see a lot of other developers doing. Like take a look at Tech Lead or Joma Tech. I mean, they became developers and then they left it because YouTube, there's a lot more monetary gain to be made there than just coding. I still code and I still do that type of stuff, but I'm just doing a lot less freelancing work. I just love it, man. I love being able to create something, whether it's in Python or JavaScript or whatever it is. Like, I love being able to create a graphical user interface. I love being able to get my ideas out and turn them into a real thing. And the start, for me, it started off with using an Excel sheet to do stuff. And as a coach, I would travel to people's homes and then they would pay me per hour to coach them in chess. And also people would pay me to teach them coding. And so I was like, hey, why don't I just make something that once I get to that person's house, it automatically logs it. So my Excel sheet would detect that type of stuff. But then the Excel sheet got really lame in doing that, and it reached its max capacity. So I had to learn something more. I had to learn something bigger, and lo and behold, I ran into this beautiful thing, you little cool kids, called programming. And that's where I started getting really fascinated about it. I'm like, man, the applications and the use cases of coding are just so vast and so amazing. I need to learn this thing. And then once I got into it, I realized there's pretty much an infinite amount of things that I could actually do with coding. And there was no limit to what I could do. If I could think it, I could create it, whether it's a mobile app or whether it's an app online, on a website. If you think about entering Facebook, I think we're entering Mark Zuckerberg's brain. I literally think we are entering a part of his cerebral cortex, and we're entering his universe that he created. I feel like that's a very important thing. You kind of gotta get in your heart about coding, and if you can get that, I think then you can do a lot of other things that is the hard work, because becoming better in becoming a software developer and being able to get paid for it, right? Like I was making 6 figures as a freelance developer. I tell this to people and they're like, well, you know, that's not easy. It's not easy. That's not the point. It's very difficult. If you love it, you will persist through every difficulty that actually comes in your way, because programming, don't get me wrong, is ridiculously difficult, and at times it's downright frustrating, disappointing, and has you freaking pulling out the hair out of the roots of your brain, because certain things just don't make sense. You'll spend 8 hours and the code isn't working, and then you will come back and the next day it's working, and you'll be like, what the hell happened? Somebody will be like, oh yeah, your API was getting throttled, and you're like, what's throttling? And then you're like, what's API? It's a tough journey. It's a very confusing journey. It's very overwhelming with all of the stuff you gotta learn. You gotta learn different frameworks, and you gotta learn new technology every single day. You gotta learn how to be able to read code. You gotta learn how to actually get negotiation skills and soft skills to be able to land clients. And so if you are jumping into it because you see it as an opportunity where you can jump in and create an additional revenue source for yourself, don't do coding. Do the stock market. Get paid in dividends. Start a side hustle, start a business, start an e-commerce business, sell women's perfume, sell products. But don't jump into coding if that's the only reason you want to do it. If you want to jump into coding because you love it and you truly enjoy it, and you know, at this point, if you are a coder, that's great. You already know why it's so enjoyable. But if you're not a developer and you're watching this video and you're like, man, I'm thinking about it, you have to experience it for yourself, and you got to go at your own pace. You know, go slow. You don't have to get there fast, because a lot of my joy for coding was killed in colleges and things like that. And so what you really want to be able to do is you want to be able to just code at your own pace and not do such crazy things that, like in college, the first week will be like, hey, print your name, and second week is like, make the Domino's app. So the difficulty just increases really, really fast. Okay, so go slow, go at your own pace, really enjoy the art of development. I put in a lot of work. You know, when I say this to people, a lot of people don't, it's hard for them to actually understand this or believe this, but I was putting in 18 to 19 hours of work every single day, and I pretty much, you know, gave up on the idea of having this thing called life. And so it's really important for you to understand, like, what I was able to achieve in that time wasn't because I was smart. I just put in as much work as somebody would in 4 years of time. You know, I was able to put that work in about 3 months to 6 months, and then I was able to just get a head start. You know, I didn't focus on anything else. That's all I did. I just lived, breathed, and ate code for 20 hours a day, you know, and my friend Tenzin would be with me, and we would go to these co-working spaces and learn it, and it was awesome. It was fantastic, okay? And so I hope, like, my goal with this video is to just give you some of my personal experience with coding and get you to critically think of why you want to become a developer. You know, why do you want to do this? And what kind of lifestyle do you want to have? That's my day in the life of a software developer. I really hope you enjoyed this video. This is Kazi. I love your face. And oh, by the way, if you haven't already, smash that like button, break that shit, subscribe to the channel. I love your face. This is Kazi, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.